Wait. Nice. And we can get to the point where you could even say, Algebra 1, 2-9, scene 3, take 1, smack, if you want. Next up, in problem 1, you use the percent proportion, A over B equals P over 100, to find a percent. When you write P over 100 as P percent, you solve for A. That's what we just practiced. You get the equation A equals P percent times B. This equation is called the percent equation. You can use either the percent equation or the percent proportion to solve any percent problem. It just comes down to plugging in the values that you know in the correct place. Very much like a formula or proportions that we're used to working with in the past. So another key concept, the percent equation. Boy, this one would look nice in your notes right next to the percent proportion. You can represent A is P percent of B using the percent equation shown below. In the equation, A is part of the base B, so very similar to what we're used to. A equals P percent times B, where B cannot equal 0. An example, what percent of 50 is 20? Sounds familiar, but we can see how this behaves a little differently when we plug it into the equation, the percent equation, where 20 is the part of the whole, 50 is the whole, the base, and we're talking about P percent. And we have a similar model on the right-hand side. Problem 2, finding a percent using the percent equation. So we're asked what percent of 40 is 2.5. So instead of a proportion, which personally I'll admit, I prefer going straight to the proportion. I find we use proportions a lot to solve in various fields of math, various topics. But the percent equation is great as well. So this is good for me. Practice using the percent equation rather than the percent proportion. So 40 was the base, so it's going to go in place of B. 2.5 is part of the base, so it's going to go in place of A. And then we solve this equation for P percent. And we find 2.5 is 6.25% of 40. Your turn. What percent of 84 is 63? Use the percent equation to solve, then use the percent proportion. Compare your answers.